Eh, 1 p.m. already. Guess we gotta get today's video started. Man, what should we do for today's video? I've already done a bunch of product releases. We did the cursed eBay video. Hold up. Why does that date look so special? Today's my 1-year anniversary of being in the hobby. Well, we gotta do something special for that. If only I could think of what idea to do for today's video. Wait, who's that? What a silly question. You know who I am. I must be tripping. Ain't no way I'm seeing what I think I'm seeing. It's me, the real Ojama, the side of you that knows what he must do. Sure, well, I mean, nice to meet you. There's only one fitting thing that you can do on this 1-year anniversary. Flex. Flex on all of them. Hold up, you want me to just flex? Isn't it so simple? For my 1-year anniversary of being in the hobby, you want me to just flex on people? Look, it's easy to flex. It's what you've been wanting to do this whole time. It's what the people want. They've been asking for this top 10 since we started this journey. Well, I do love flexing. It's easy to flex. Trust me, you'll be a natural. I'll show you right now. All right, not gonna lie, that was a pretty good flex. You know what you're doing. They want to see the heat. They yearn for the heat, Ojama. Oh, I get it. You're saying like do a top 10 video where we educate people on some of the cards, show off a bunch of cool stuff, and just inspire the whole community to collect more? Whatever you want to call it. Educate them, schmeducate them. The only important thing is that you flex. I mean, I guess I like to flex a little bit. Excellent. Excellent. You drive a pretty hard bargain. You're very convincing. Shit, thanks for the idea. It's time that you fulfill your destiny and flex on them like you've never flexed before. All right. You got it. Let's go do it. Top 10 video. Here we go. That is right, ladies and gentlemen. We got nothing planned today except a good old-fashioned flex off. We need more of this, y'all. Yu-Gi-Oh collectors, take pride in what you have. Take pride in your fire collection. Show it off. Let other people get inspired by your pickups, and then they'll go out and pick up more. It's simple, guys. Come on. But on a serious note, it's honestly amazing. I've been in this community now for a year, and I can't begin to tell you the experiences I've had. There's literally nothing I'd rather be doing. As y'all could tell, I'm here on YouTube getting barely any views on my content just because I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And today, people have been asking me for it, and with the 1-year anniversary, I figured it is the perfect time right now to show off my collection. Without further ado, let's check out some fire. Number 10, we have a Red Eyes Black Dragon Ultra Pharaoh Rare PSA 10. So if you aren't familiar, this is a modern card. It comes out of the Magnificent Maven set. There's actually 2 different versions of this. There's a Secret Pharaoh Rare and an Ultra Pharaoh Rare. You know what? I actually have the other one in a 10, so let's just show you all the difference. So here we go. We have both versions in a PSA 10. We have the Ultra on the left and the Secret on the right. The only way that you could tell the difference is look at the text right here. Look at the name. So this is the gold ultra rare text, and this is the secret rare silver sort of text. Now you're probably thinking, what's the big deal? The name is different. So the secret version is only found in North American boxes, and the gold ultra rare version is only found in European boxes. The Euro version, the pull rates are a lot harder. There's just way less of them. And it makes sense because in Europe, they have German print, Italian print, different languages. So to find a Euro print in English text is actually insane. This slab, PSA 10, is only population 2. There is literally only 2 of these in the world, and you're looking at one right now. So it's really hard to come up with pricing data. I would put this around $1,000 personally. There's only 2 in the world. It's beautiful. It's hard to come by. And I think that this is just a modern classic, guys. Anyway, number 10 is already looking pretty fire. Let's check out number 9. Number 9. We have a reverse foil Jinzo in a PSA 10. Oh my God, what a beauty of a card. I personally think Jinzo is one of the greatest secret rares ever printed. The pink, the green, the nostalgia, the effect. There's just too much going on with this card to not love it. So basically, this is a reverse foil printing error. So the secret rare pattern is supposed to be going this way, but for some reason, they messed it up. The guy had a few too many drinks, and these basically came out the wrong way. So to find this in a 10 is actually insane. There's only 20 of these in the world. It's pop 20. I actually have 2 of them. So yeah, there's only 20 of these in the world. So you're looking at 10% of the population right now. These are priced around $1,000, around $900. I personally got these for a great price. And most of the Yu-Gi-Oh you're gonna see on this list, I'm up on financially. So that's just another great reason to invest in Yu-Gi-Oh. It's great to collect, but you can also make some good money on it. Look at those beautiful reverses. After those two, we're gonna sneak in a little honorable mention. So this is a little bit lower on the list just because of financially, but this is just so sick, guys. This is a first edition Dark Magician of Chaos in a PSA 8 autographed. This is Pop 1, so it's the only one in the world, and there's none higher. So this is actually the highest graded autographed Dark Magician of Chaos first edition in the world. I got this at Collecticon. A guy came up to my booth. He offered this, a few other autographed cards, and some other heat. He wanted to sell it all in one batch. I got this for an absolute steal, about $200, which is basically the price of the slab raw. You throw in the autograph, definitely bumps this up to like $350, $400, somewhere in there. It's really hard to price out autographs, but if you think about it, it costs $50 to get into Collecticon, right? Then it costs $60 for the autograph. Plus you have to wait in line the whole time, and then you have to send it off to PSA. So you add all that up on top of a $150 raw card, and you could quickly see how this starts getting up there in price. Either way, it's just too unique. I had to mention it. And I think that's a perfect transition. We're talking about Yugi, the main character of the show. Let's check out our next slab, number 8. And we have a Dark Magician PSA 10. This is from the starter deck. As y'all know, I actually have a copy of the starter deck right here, so we could take a look at it side by side. So what makes this slab personally special to me is that this is a recent certification number. So if y'all don't know, PSA has updated their standards and made it harder to get a 10. So if you look at certification numbers that are older, like these, they're a lot easier to get 10s on. They've really cut down on the amount of 10s they give out. So when you see a certification number that's modern and it's a 10, you know that it's a real 10. Also, this card is dark print. If y'all don't know, the starter deck Yugi comes in a variety of card stocks. There's dark print, there's mustard print. We're gonna show some examples on the screen right now, but nothing beats that dark print, man. It's just so vintage, so nostalgic. I believe this is a 1.5 print, which is also a different type of card stock. It makes it look kind of wavy, but like not actually wavy. So in this card stock, dark print, modern cert number, we'd also put this at around $1,000. But what makes this card even more special to me, more special than the nostalgia, more special than the price, is that this actually completed a huge collection goal of mine, and we're about to show it to you right now. So yeah, you're probably wondering why I have this stack of slabs. That's a good question. In collecting, there's a thing where they collect a PSA 1 through 10 of the entire card. So that's actually what I went out and did. As you can see, we have the 1, the 1.5, this is actually Pop 9, the 2, the 2.5, which is Pop 2, there's only 2 of these in the world, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10. I had acquired all the other numbers before this one, so when I finally got this PSA 10 and completed my first 1 through 10 set, I actually felt so accomplished. It felt like I had just climbed Mount Everest, achieved one of the most Herculean tasks possible, and you really just don't get that feeling in normal life. I mean, you can, I guess, with like a promotion or whatever, but I'm telling you, with collecting, you really just like scratch that itch. You really accomplish that amazing feeling. And I actually picked this up in a trade with a member of the community. I traded a Stardust Ghost PSA 9 plus a first edition near mint Jinzo for this. So y'all let me know down in the comments if I got hosed or if y'all think it was a fair trade, but I was honestly just fiending for this card. I had to complete it for my 1 through 10 collection. Compared to our other 2 cards, this one doesn't have as low of a population. It's actually one of the most submitted cards out of all cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! And this is coming in at population 118. This card is in such high demand though, especially the dark print and the modern cert, that even though it's Pop 118, this specific variant is much lower in population. So yeah, just things to keep in mind whenever you're dealing with the SDKs, the SDYs, any of the starter deck cards. There's a lot of variants, there's a lot of certification numbers, and if you're going for that dark print modern cert, it's actually very low population. Moving on to our next slab, number 7. We were just on the SDY Dark Magician, right? So y'all know what's coming next. That's right, we have a beautiful SDK PSA 10. This is the starter deck Kaiba card. Once again, look at that beautiful dark print. This is also 1.5 card stock. Oh my God, this is another card that I just felt amazing when I got it. I know that this is gonna keep going up in value. This is just one of those blue chip stocks. It's a blue eyes, it's like a Dark Magician. Oh my God, yo, you cannot call yourself a big time Yu-Gi-Oh collector and not have these. I can't afford the first editions, but I still wanted that 10. So here we go, we went out and picked up both in the dark print 1.5. Both are modern certification numbers, and these just make me feel a special type of way. Every time I take them out, I just feel amazing. Make sure y'all go cop these ASAP before they go to the moon. Yu-Gi-Oh is super undervalued compared to Pokemon. I mean, guys, these are 23 years old. They're nostalgic, they're straight from our childhood, and they're in tens. Doesn't get much better than that. Similar to the Dark Magician, this is one of the most submitted cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! This might be actually the most submitted card. So we're coming in at a population of 177. Once again, seems like a lot, but y'all gotta remember, this is the dark print, modern certification number, 1.5 print. You factor all that in, it's definitely a much lower population than 177. And price-wise, this is coming in at around 1.5K. I actually picked this up in a trade also. I traded a near mint first edition Dark Magician Girl plus $475 cash. So yeah, once again, let me know how y'all think that trade went. Moving on to number 6, and guys, I already know that this is going to be controversial, but at number 6 we have the LOB Blue Eyes in a PSA 10. Legend of Blue Eyes. The reason why I say that this is controversial is because most people prefer the last card I just showed y'all, the starter deck Kaiba, but to me as a kid, I don't know, this was just him. This was the Blue Eyes that I loved. I love the art about it. I love the fact that it's hard to pull it out of a box. You know, the starter deck Kaiba, it comes in every deck. This is actually one of the first big pickups I ever made when I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh last year. I was just checking Facebook Marketplace where I lived at in Albany, and some guy just posted one of these. I met up with him. Turned out he was a Pokemon collector, and he just ripped a box of Yu-Gi-Oh LOB and a box of Pokemon. He pulled the Blue Eyes. He also pulled the Charizard, sent them both off to grading, and he got a 10 on this. I picked this up for market price at the time, which was $900, and this is already around $1,200, $1,300. So in less than a year, just off market value, I'm up like 30 to 40%. If you're new to Yu-Gi-Oh, you just gotta know these 4 words: Blue Eyes White Dragon. These are the Charizards of our community. They go up year after year. They're always in high demand, and you just can't go wrong with these guys. I just felt like this was a super safe investment, and it just made me feel like King Kong, bro. Like, this just had me banging on my chest. Felt like I was the leader of the free world when I copped this. This PSA 10 has a population of 137, so a little bit less than the SDK, a little bit more than the SDY. Still really low compared to Pokemon and other card games. Nothing beats that classic ultra rare foiling. Let's move on to the next one. Really quick, since we're talking about dragons, I figured let's bring in another honorable mention. This is our only non-PSA slab on this list. So as y'all can see, we have the Beckett gold label, and we are whipping out an Another Verse Dragon BGS 9.5. This is the super rare version. This is a prize card, as y'all can see right here. This is a prize card during the 22 to 23 season. I'm just an absolute fan of Another Verse cards. There's 3 of them right now: Glutonia, Solaria, and Dragon. This was the first one. It goes for the most amount of money. Let me know what y'all think about BGS slabs, how they look, down in the comments. If y'all see these 2 oversized cards behind me, these are actually the other 2 Another Verse cards. Right here we have Solaria, and then back here we've got Glutonia. We've got the 3rd version Dragon right here. Those are both also prize cards. We'll throw those in as honorable mentions too. All the Another Verses are honorable mentions. Ooh, can you feel the excitement, y'all? We are in the top 5. No longer are we dealing with those mid cards, 10 through 6. Now we are in the top 5. Let's check out some heat. Whew. All right, y'all. Number 5, we gotta hit them with the Ghost Black Rose, first edition PSA 8. Oh my God, every time I look at this card, I just fall in love. PSA 8, modern certification number, first ed. You know we gotta keep it in the slab guard because this thing is just too clean. We can't afford any scratches on it. Check out that 3D pattern. I've never seen a Pokemon card look this good. We are coming at a population of 86, so we're back below 100 cards. This is just hands down one of the best Yu-Gi-Oh cards ever. I'm not gonna lie, I personally prefer the ultimate rare version of this, but the Ghost is, the Ghost is the Ghost. Market value on this card's around $1,500, $1,600. It jumps up a lot when you get to the 9. The 9's like $2,600 and the 10 is like $40,000. So this is always something that will have value as a regrade where people could potentially crack this open, resubmit it to PSA, and pray for a 9 or a 10. Centering is pretty good on this card overall. It's a lot better than some that I've seen. This is just one of those special cards. I think every collector needs a first edition Ghost Stardust, Ghost Black Rose. They come in pairs and they're just in such demand that anytime one of these hits the market, people are gonna be fighting each other for them. As I was mentioning, this is one of the top Ghost Rares in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! It comes alongside another card called Stardust Dragon. And for number 4, we're actually about to bring it out right now. Number 4, we have the Ghost Stardust Dragon first edition. in a PSA 8. When you just go up and down, the way it just disappears and then just pops up with that full color spectrum, it really doesn't get better than these two. This card has a population of 123, which honestly surprises me because it's so rare, but it's one of those cards where the demand is just so high on it that this could be pop 300 and people would still be beating each other's moms for this. That's not an exaggeration too. I've seen some fights go down. Oh man, the bloodshed. Another really cool thing about these cards is, so yes, they do come in a pair. Everybody tries to collect them together. If you look at it, these were actually graded together. So check out the certification numbers. As y'all can see, these are called sequential certification numbers, and that's when they're graded together and follow each other. What I like even more about this is that they're repeating numbers. Check it out, 99, 33, 11, 78, and 79. It was so close, man. If this was 77 and it was just repeating the whole way, that would be actually nuts. This card's worth a little bit more than the Black Rose. This one's around $1,800 to $2,000. So together as the set, I would personally add a little bit of value for the sequential certification numbers. Like for example, I wouldn't sell these individually. I gotta keep them together. But this is something that I don't think I could ever sell or trade just because I'm gonna have to get them again. I can't call myself a Yu-Gi-Oh collector and not have these in the PC. And having them as 8s, personally, I mean, they're just near mint, you know what I mean? They're near mint copies. Ghost rares are very hard to find in near mint condition. They get scratches like nobody's business. So to just have these slabbed up forever as PSA 8s and just know that they're near mint copies, that's how I personally want them. It keeps them nice and safe. If you check it out too, the Stardust has a slight name shift. Nothing crazy, but you know, it's a little cool to see an 8 with a name shift. The top 5 is spicy, huh? This is 5 and 4. What are we gonna find in the top 3? Time for number 3. Hold up, is that Japanese? Anyways, let's check this out. You are not going to expect this one. At number 3, we have a Grandopolis, the Eternal Golden City in a PSA 10. There's only 7 of these in the world. It's pop 7. This is a World Championship qualifier card. Now, before y'all get too excited, this is the super rare version. So this was given out to multiple people. That's why it's pop 7. This card came out in 2013 and was the overall prize card for the World Championship. Basically, what Konami does is for the World Championship, they have the ultra rare version. That's the overall prize card, and there's like only one, maybe 1 to 2 of them. Then the next year, they make that card into the super rare participation card for the World Championship. Those are the only English printings of these cards ever. Now, this card is pretty much impossible to comp out. I don't think a PSA 10 has ever sold, but there actually was 2 recent sales for a raw near mint copy, and both of those sold for $1,500 as a raw copy. So you could already imagine what the PSA 10 is at. I would put this at around $3,000 because I mean, if the raw copy is $1,500, this is the 10. I feel like that's worth double, you know what I'm saying? Now you're probably asking, why did I spend so much for such a random obscure card? Well, personally, it's all about the art for me. I had seen the Grandopolis art before this slab showed up on my table at Collecticon, and I just fell in love with it. I'm a really big fan of turtles. I like turtles. And then 2, if y'all remember as a kid, Howl's Moving Castle, one of my favorite movies along with Spirited Away, Studio Ghibli masterpiece. And in that movie, there was basically this giant city living on the back of this creature that was moving around. So whenever I look at this, I just think of that movie, and you just look in the details, man, you could just really see there's a party going on. They're getting lit on Grandopolis, man. Let's keep it moving. Before we get into our top 2, we're gonna hit y'all with our last honorable mention, and this one is a doozy. We have a set of Exodia. Full set of Exodia. But what's different about these? Check it out, guys. These are all no-name copies. This is a full no-name set of Exodia. This was actually gifted to me by an awesome member of the community. His name is Sebastian. Shout out to Sebastian. I actually got these for free. The homie blessed me with these. He sent these to me. I shopped up with him huge on Whatnot, and this is what he sent me. He didn't even tell me. I just got this in the mail and was absolutely shocked. I mean, who is this guy? Who is this? This could be anybody. He has no name. He has no ID on him. Don't think I'll really ever see something like this again. I could crack these all and just throw them in my binder. I might have to. Leave me a comment, let me know. Should I crack these and put these in my binder raw, or should I keep them graded like the homie sent them to me? I always just love to showcase stuff like that because only in this amazing community would people just bless you like that. That's really just the message of this entire year. Since I've been in this card game, people have just shown me so much love, guys. They've really just blown me away with all of their generosity. And that's why I like to give away so much stuff and why I personally am on a mission to boost Yu-Gi-Oh to the top. It's because of people like y'all. It's because of people like y'all. So just keep being great, Keep being legends. All right, enough of that touchy-feely shit. Let's get into the top 2, y'all. At number 2, you actually get to see the grade first. This is an ARS slab. If y'all don't know about ARS, these are basically the PSA of Japan, and they have the best quality slabs, amazing stuff. They all come with this laminated certification of authenticity. I need to go find the one for this one, but I had to shoot this video, so I just grabbed a random one just to show y'all what it looks like. But without further ado, let's check this out. We have a Blue Eyes White Dragon Bandai ARS 10, first generation. This card came out in 1999. And if y'all think about it, Legend of Blue Eyes first edition came out in 2002. So this is 3 years earlier than the Legend of Blue Eyes first edition. And this is just peak, guys. This is absolutely peak. There's only 42 of these in the world. It's a Japanese card. It is the first generation printing of Blue Eyes. I love this Bandai look. It looks similar to like a Wanted poster from One Piece or something. The art with the lightning bolt in the back, it's similar to the SDK art, but I personally prefer this. This is another card that's really hard to price because there's just none of them out there. But from what I've seen, the listings for this card are around $2,000 to $2,500. So we're gonna price it at $2,000. Just check out the details when the holo goes through his eyes, plus the lightning. This is the type of card where you leave it at your booth, and yeah, the LOBs are worth way more money, but people are gonna be coming up to you nonstop about this card. You just don't see this, guys. And if you're a real Yu-Gi-Oh collector, a Blue Eyes collector, a historian of the game, this is something that you would be honored to throw in your collection. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. We only have one slab left. You're probably thinking, man, what could be better than Ghost Black Roses, Ghost Stardusts, Blue Eyes, Dark Magicians, World Championship cards? Well, we're about to show y'all. This right here is something that has been on my list since I first got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! As y'all know, my name is Barack Ojama, and at number 1, we have the Ojama King First Edition Ultimate Rare PSA 10. Y'all know I had to do it. Come on, y'all know I had to put this in here. This is actually the second rarest slab on our entire list. This is population 9, guys. There is less than 10 of these in the world, and that ain't because nobody is grading it. This set had so many ultimate rares that it's very hard to pull a very specific one, and then on top of that, they all came with horrible quality control issues, so this is one of those PSA 10s where I'm not really worried about more of these coming out. Nobody's just gonna randomly start finding a bunch of Ojama Kings. And it's actually really funny. When I first got back into collecting and I saw that my profile picture card was worth over $1,000, I was like, no. Why did I have to pick this damn Ojama? Why did I have to pick a mascot that's just impossible to pick up? I had actually never seen one of these go up for auction my entire year of collecting, and then just recently, STF Gaming put one of these up for auction, and I was able to pick it up. I was crashing out, guys. Nobody was gonna beat me for this one, and I was actually able to pick it up for less than $1,000. We got him looking super beautiful in the purple little guard. Really just brings the whole thing together. We have this one priced at around $1,000. Not the most expensive card on our list, but it is one of the rarest, and when it comes down to how it makes me feel, this just made me feel like I had completed all my goals. Granted, we still have a lot of goals to go out there and get. I'm never gonna be done collecting. I had to have it. The whole year, people were asking me, when are you gonna get the Ojama King PSA 10? When are you gonna get the PSA 10? Blah, 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 blah. I actually know one of the other homies who has one of these, and we're thinking about throwing a party. You can only come if you've got an Ojama King PSA 10. What a good looking individual. Isn't he just adorable? Look at those teeth, man. A dentist would love to see this guy. Like I say, guys, there's an Ojama inside all of us, and that's why I had to pick him up. He is just the ultimate party animal. This is just peak Yu-Gi-Oh art. You're not gonna find this in any other card game. It's fitting that he's number 1. Did y'all really expect something else? Y'all know this is number 1. And there you have it, my friends, my family. Thank you for coming through to our first annual flex off. Like I said at the beginning of the video, all my collectors, get up off your ass, man. Make these types of videos, show off, flex, take pride in the Yu-Gi-Oh! We have the lowest population with the coolest cards out of all the TCGs. Isn't that what collecting's all about? It's not always about the money, guys. It's about collecting really rare stuff that makes you feel amazing, and your dollar just stretches so far in Yu-Gi-Oh! Let me know what your favorite piece from today's video was. There's a lot of great ones. I really want to hear what y'all are feeling. Was my list off? It's just what was personal to me. Consider this my first progress update. I'm never gonna stop collecting. I guarantee you in like 3 to 6 months, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of crazy new stuff. So we're gonna keep this updated. As always, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next episode.